So guys, I just came from Staples over there. I printed some CGFNS forms, license verification forms that I need to send to PRC in the Philippines and NMC in the UK. I'm endorsing my license to California, and so they want to verify my nursing license from these two countries. So now I'm gonna go to USPS to pack these documents and mail them. Pretty expensive. By the way, this car is a Hyundai Sonata. This was the loaner car that Ed Morse gave me. They're still fixing my car. They ordered a few parts, fuel injector, and a few other things, and it's still not fixed. So they gave me this loaner car, which is pretty awesome. It's got adaptive cruise control, lane assist. It's got like a, you know, that Android Auto thing where you can, your phone just connects via Bluetooth. You don't need any cords or anything. Everything's pretty much electronic when you move the seats, when you open the trunk. So this is a pretty cool car. I didn't expect the Sonata to be like this. I mean, the car that I rented before this was a Mitsubishi Outlander, which was a mid-size SUV, and that didn't have any features other than cruise control. It had a lane assist button, but it didn't really work. And so I don't know what, but it was pretty cool. So mailing documents to the UK and the Philippines, I don't know if the prices will change, but I looked it up, and Priority Mail Express gets the documents over there within 3 to 5 business days for $54. Pretty expensive. I do have the option of $30 Priority Mail International, but it takes 6 to 10 business days. I think that's too long. I need to send these documents so PRC and the NMC can fill them out and resend them back to CGFNS, and then so I can get my California license. Our target move date is July this year. We want to move to Northern California, where nurses are getting paid $80 an hour, versus here in Arizona, nurses get paid 30. I mean, new grads get paid $30. Experienced nurses get paid $40, but it doesn't beat California rates. I think I will be paid $80 an hour there as a start, which is pretty cool. That's a lot of money. I mean, you have the high cost of living over there, but based on the data that I get from other nurses in California, you still have a bigger take-home pay than the rest of US states. It's because of the incentives over there. They have really good overtime rates, unionized hospitals, protective staffing ratios, mandatory breaks. Work after 8 hours is 1.5x the amount, and after 12 hours it's double. Here we are, that's the USPS. What's going on, guys? So I just finished mailing those documents at the USPS office. One envelope went to the PRC in Manila in the Philippines, and the other envelope went to the NMC in the United Kingdom. Each envelope was like 49 bucks each, so I spent almost 100. I think it took me an hour to... They had like customs forms that I needed to fill out, and so that took a lot of my time, because anything that's like handwritten forms, that's not my best skill, really, and it's a pain in the ass. You had these like 5 copies underneath, and so you had to write very firmly so that you know, it was just... And then I wasn't sure of the information, so I was constantly second guessing myself. But then, yeah, I think it took me... And then once I finished filling up the forms, I went to the staff, and they had to still manually input everything, and so it took some time again. I mean, there should be an easy way to streamline that process. You know, let's say if you just filled up something online and then you just printed, you know, things like when you're returning an Amazon package kind of thing. So there should be a way to streamline that very lengthy process of filling up a customs form and getting all the details into the computer typed by the staff, and you know, all those things. But yeah, so I sent those license forms from the CGFNS. NMC and PRC have to fill out maybe 4 pages to verify that I did work there as a nurse in the Philippines, and I did work as a nurse in the United Kingdom, in the UK, and then they'll send it back to CGFNS, and if CGFNS is happy, then California Board of Nursing will be happy with me, and you know, it will just... And then I can proceed to the next phase, whatever that is. So yeah, this one has a lane assist and cruise control, adaptive cruise control, so it literally stops when you're close to it. It just automatically stops when you're at a certain distance to a vehicle. And so yeah, so it took me maybe an hour and a half to accomplish those things, but they are the highlight of today's tasks. I still have a few things on my to-do list. Just recently I've decided I have decided to spend 1/4 of the day for productivity, so that means 1/4 is 6 hours, and I think that's a pretty decent period of time to intentionally do things, you know, just knock things off your to-do list. I think 6 hours is a pretty decent per day. That gives you a great balance and definition of your time. I mean, you sleep for 8 hours or 6. If you sleep 6 hours, then you know you still have, that's 1/4 of your day you're sleeping, and 1/4 should be spent on productivity, which is 6 hours, and the rest of it, you know, you don't want to be working too much, but you also want to be knocking off things from your to-do list. So I think 6 hours is a sweet spot. It's 1/4 of your day, so it's a pretty decent, it's sustainable, and you can still do things like you can still go hiking or biking or whatever. So I think it's pretty decent. Okay guys, that's all for today. I'll see you in the next video.